Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. I'm standing in front of the leaning tower of pizza. It's a pizza place. Right here, I believe this is Broadway. I am in Saugus, Massachusetts, and out with Halloween and Duncan, which started in this general area, has already brought out its Christmas. Well, not yet, but they're already, yeah. Halloween ends, another season, two holidays collide. Warm, that's hot. That is piping hot. Today I have no real game plan except drive around this general area, you know, within 30, 40 miles from here, maybe even less than that. Went a long way yesterday up into Vermont and back. There and back was about a 6-hour round trip commute. So I'm gonna stay a little more localized to this area today and just see what I can find. I'm inviting you to join me. Cheers, shall you? Picked up the coffee right over there. There's this comedy store here. I wonder if Bill Burr ever played there. He's a fellow Bostonian, or to the general area. Also Dennis Leary, I think. Dennis Leary's from Boston too, both those guys. Heard some of their stuff. Take a look at this prehistoric creature right here through the fence, overlooking the main thoroughfare down there. Looks like has some lights on him. He is strewn with lights. It's hard to really miss a big orange dinosaur down the main road, overlooking that gas station down there. Just saying hello to commuting traffic, tourists passing through. That would be me, and others making a drive. And not too far down the way, take a look at this. Hippo. It's a hungry hippo. Eating passerby cars. It almost looks like it's upchucking random passerby cars out of its mouth. Feeling okay, hippo? All right, I'm walking into a place called Jordan's Furniture, but from what I was seeing online, this place has a lot more than just furniture inside. The building is massive. It also has an IMAX movie theater, and who knows what the heck else inside of here. I'm not gonna buy any furniture, but I am curious to see what's behind these doors. There's kind of a layout of the land here. So you got the furniture up here, which has a penthouse in it. You got the third floor. You got the second floor, and then you got the first floor. On the corner is a Home Depot, but I think there's gonna be some kind of weird, quirky items inside here. I hope so, anyway. Greeted by this Wonka poster as I walk in. Look at this, Wonka. Oh.
Hi, welcome to Jordan, but please be careful because this revolving door can stop suddenly.
This revolving store can stop suddenly. All right, oh wow, there, oh what the heck is this? I have just walked, look at this. Oh my goodness. He's holding the baseball, that's the mascot for the Red Sox right there. Oh, he's holding a Yankees player
in his glove. Look at that. What do you do? Is he eating? He's eating one of the New York Yankees? All right, there's a place called the Sweet House right here. Not really a lot of people in line for the Sweet House, but there is a Sweet House. It looks like this is almost made out of like Jelly Bellies or something right up here, or candy. Keep in mind, it is an actual furniture store. Over there is the furniture out. So this basically, I guess they created this to try to get people, oh yeah, it says Beantown, so it is Jelly Bellies right up here. These flowers are made out of Jelly Bellies also. So you got the big flower there, Jelly Belly. And you got little Jelly Belly ducks right over here. And there is a really large banana split up top. The Beantown Dig. That's like 2 bananas, all made out of Jelly Bellies. Then you got this piece of heavy machinery up top that's putting the cherry possibly up on top there. I kind of want to go up that escalator at some point. Go past the mascot there, holding the baseball, grabbing the Yankees player. Well, I mean, it almost looks like he's about to like eat the Yankees player. You know, it's a pretty heavy rivalry with the Yankees versus Red Sox. All AL East, you know, the Rays. Or Tampa Bay Rays that I'm a follower and fan of. Also in the same division, so I get it. Yeah, it's just amazing to see. All these are Jelly Bellies. This entire banana split are all Jelly Bellies, like stuck together, like glued together here. There's an ice cream place here called Richardson's Farm. Farming since 1695. And they do have like a water show of some sort, like a little water projection show, so the water just kind of like goes, you know, kind of like shoots up like that right there. And for my safety, do not stand or lean against the wall or move chairs up to the wall and stand on them. Thank you and enjoy the show. So this is kind of like, I'm going to say like World of Color, but it's the same kind of technology, but a lot smaller version here where the water just kind of goes up. And I'm guessing all of these, I don't know if it's on a timer or if it's just a consistent thing, but right now there's some water happening. They used to have one of these at the former Festival Bay Mall in Orlando that became the Artagon Mall. Now it is Desertland, one of these climbing around things, but they removed it. There's a couple people up on it, but you can kind of get on the scaffolding and walk around inside this furniture store with the big Jelly Belly banana split. Oh yeah, take a look. So it's doing all kind of different stuff. Now it's making this like kind of feathered water item here with the little upside down waterfall. This almost looks like a shaved ice or a snow cone. I think this is just an example of what the ice cream looks like. I think I'm gonna get like a small ice cream here from the Richardson Farms. They have different cones, hand dipped cones. All right, I ended up getting a scoop of the Death by Chocolate, which is like a really rich chocolate. And also while I was kind of waiting for them to scoop it out there, I was watching the water show that was happening over off in the distance with all the, it definitely is on a timer. And there's different points where it's a little more intense than the other times. So I'm going to have my chocolate from the Richardson Farm. As I go up the escalator, I'm going to go to the area up to where the actual furniture is on the 2nd floor. Yeah, so it is a real furniture store. I'm going to go back down the escalator now. I just wanted to see what it was like up here. Got a Beantown taxi, pick up and return right over there, all strollers. Yeah, there is a Fuddruckers, world's greatest hamburger. I haven't had Fuddruckers in a long time. There used to be one in Buena Park near Knott's. Definitely quite a few different things in there. They have the It Adventure Ropes course, Beantown, Richardson's Ice Cream, the Fuddruckers, and of course, as I was walking in, or walking out, went by the Sunbrella IMAX 3D Theater, which had tons. So you'd think that these would be movie posters here, but it says get up to 60 months, no interest on furniture. So when you're like looking into the furniture outlet and you just go down the hallway, there's all kind of classic movie posters lining the hallway. There's probably about 30 or 40 ones in frames, and they sell them for $199 each, which I think $199 for a movie poster. It's probably just the frames that are probably the biggest price on them, because usually you can get these posters a little less, but any of these posters are for sale for $199, including the frames. It came with the frame. There's a very expansive parking lot, but the parking lines are all painted pink. I just wanted to show the Fuddruckers van over here. It's been a long time since I've been to Fuddruckers. I'm not going today. All right, I've been driving around a little bit, back over at Saugus now. The Square One Mall, I passed by this and it looked like it's open, but it doesn't look like it's thriving, so I thought I'd pop inside and check it out and see what's going on. It's like the Square One Mall. Okay, it's not as empty in here as I thought it would be. I mean, it's definitely not super busy, but got the escalators here, got the little ice cream truck. And it looks as if the Sprint store has closed, and some other stuff's up. A lot of stuff's open though. There's Clifford the big red dog. This is interesting. There is, so you got Joy Biz over here. You got a repair place, you got an accessory depot. But then take a look up here. There is a small little Best Buy kind of crammed in the corner down here. There is a public safety office in here too, for the town of Saugus, S-A-U-G-U-S. I'm just assuming that's how you pronounce it. I don't know for certain, but. So it appears as if this section of the mall used to be a Sears. It's now closed. I do want to point out just how many birds are up top up there. Hundreds of birds perched. Faintly see where it says Sears on the side of the little auto body place too. No longer in business. And the old Sears sign up there too. Verizon telephone booth here. Telephone's been removed, but you got the little shell of it. You got this grate leading down there too. Oh, there's a Savers thrift store over there. This is giving me like serious Romero Dawn vibes right here, where the four of them are sitting. It's not. This is not the Monroeville Mall, but just replace the gumball machines with the cast of Dawn of the Dead. You kind of have the same kind of vibe through here. All right, from one mall to another. This is the Liberty Tree Mall. Take a look at this alien here on the side of this van right here. Checking out some malls. That must be the Liberty Tree up there. There's a tree up top. There's also an AMC in here. All right, this place is definitely pretty dang empty. There's some more there's like the Happy Van right over here, and I definitely like the way this place is set up too, with the little atrium area and everything also. There are quite a few of these. This is a city tour bus over here. You do have this little Baratz jewelry repair right up here as well. A lot of times you'll see like mall walkers. A lot of times you'll also see that there will be fitness places. So you got Best Fitness is taking over part of the empty mall, and then you got Best Buy right up here. And evidently you could go in the Best Buy through here at one point, but nowadays you can't. It's all kind of closed off, and you can see how long of a walk, like the long corridor all the way down here. All right, there is a Five Below over here. There's also a Pet Express, which is not open. Do not touch this. The gate is armed. I don't know if it really is or not, but maybe. Probably not. Look at this place though. It's a ghost town in here. I'm over in the food court now, where they have an Armed Forces Recruiting Center. But this is the food court right here. There's a place called Liberty Pizza. There's also a place called Sea Lion Sushi right over there. Definitely not a beehive of activity. Falafel Mom over there in the corner. Whatever was here on this corner is no longer open. Well, they have a hurricane simulator. There's 70s. They used to have one of these outside Old Town in Kissimmee, right next to one of the hotels. And got the Old Navy over here. You got a lot of times you'll see the massage chairs and gumball machines. There's a lot of empty stores though. Check out Plucky Ducky right here. You got all the rubber duckies in here as well. $2 for one play. You can get just an assortment of rubber duckies. A very unique roof line up here too. It's kind of like futuristic style with the roof there. Okay, I'm kind of wandering through the woods now. I'm looking for an area called Skull Rock. Now there is a rock here with some paint on it. This almost looks like a ramp. It's kind of interesting how this kind of almost looks like a ramp up. But up this hill, kind of up the rocky terrain, is Skull Rock, which I believe is back in 2001, from what I was reading online, somebody painted with a bunch of skulls. Very, very rocky terrain through here. Just gotta watch where I'm walking down here. Going up the side, nice and cool and crisp out here in the late afternoon. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock right now. Very, very cool and crisp. Let's see if there's like a view up top here. Pretty scenic. Yeah, look at the leaves. Very nice. Leaves all changing. Oh, you see downtown Boston over there in the distance. There's a pretty good view of the skyline over there. Nice. Okay, I feel like this has to be it. And you got this metal spike here driven into the rock itself. Then you got a lot of spray paint up here. I'm not really seeing all the skulls though. Oh, you know what? It's a little cliff. Yeah, this is probably, oh, whoa. Okay, I need to get a different angle of this, but this is it. It's like a big gorge right here. Wow. It's like a big gorge. Okay, it appears as if Skull Cliff has definitely been painted over the years. I'm gonna kind of zoom in. Now, if I was to hike down there, you could get a little bit better view, but it looks like it's really tagged up. Right in there was a bunch of skulls all on the side of that cliff. I could go up there and see if we can get a better view. Here's another angle. Kind of look it down. Look at this. This is quite the incline. Don't want to slip off of here. But yeah, it's kind of hard to really make out what all of it is, but that's all painted. Oh, I can see a skull from here. Let me zoom in. Right down there. That is definitely the Skull Cliff, Skull Rock. That skull is just staring directly into my soul. I'm gonna look over the edge here. Kind of see down into it. Yeah, it's just mostly just all tagged up now. Not even a whole heck of a lot of skulls left. I imagine at one time it was pretty impressive, but now kind of not so much. All right, this is kind of strange. It almost looks like this is a man-made ramp here. You can see how they stack the rocks. Either that or it's just an unusual coincidence. But then over here, it looks like a foundation of sorts. But it kind of looks like a makeshift, like a bike trail or something. Almost like a BMX type bike trail with a little cusp kind of going around the corner here. I don't know. Very interesting. All right, over here to the corner of Fountain Street. This cul-de-sac, there's a bicycle here. So very interesting, there's a plaque right here. So this is pretty fascinating. I didn't realize I'd done some of the spots of Elizabeth Short in LA where her life ended, but it began not too far from here. She was born in July 1924, lived on Salem Street, now occupied by the Interstate 93. They have placed this here, so this is kind of her stomping grounds. The Black Dahlia, on January 15, 1947. She met her demise in not a really bad fashion. Probably seen photos of her in front of the school that was used in Nightmare on Elm Street, standing on the staircase or sitting on that staircase. So this plaque has been placed here in memory of Elizabeth Short, nation's most infamous and unsolved crimes. Betty Short, jet black hair, and her penchant for dark attire earned her the name the Black Dahlia. She was born not too far from here, but she lived at 115 Salem Street, which is right where the interstate is now, which is right over there. The house she grew up in was right here where the rotary is, which is just a circular road pattern. You can see it says right there, rotary. And the intersection and the very busy thoroughfare has taken over for where her home was. And then about a mile, maybe not even a mile from there, it's another historical spot here. Jingle Bells was written right here, next to this big pair of glasses, right here at the eye exam place. According to this plaque, Jingle Bells was composed here. On this site stood the Simpson Tavern, where in 1850, James Pierpont wrote the song, quote, Jingle Bells in the presence of Mrs. Otis Waterman, who later verified that the song was written here. Pierpont had the song copyrighted in 1857. While living in Georgia, Jingle Bells tells of the sleigh races held on Salem Street in the early 1800s, which is just right here in this general vicinity. So you just think about a one-horse open sleigh hightailing it down Salem Street in the early 1800s. This plaque has been placed here by the Medford Historical Society back in 1988. It's pretty dang cool. I feel like these glasses with the snow and everything there, they should put like a one-horse open sleigh behind there. I think they're missing the mark on that. There is an Amelia Earhart mural on the side over here. She's a former resident of this area too, Medford, Massachusetts. I had no idea. Aviation pioneer, nurse, educator, poet, and scholar. Amelia Earhart from Massachusetts. Who knew? Well, anyone that went past this mural did. All right, I just looked up what this body of water, this river was, and this is in fact the real Mystic River. I have seen the movie Clint Eastwood directed, Sean Penn, with the same title, but this is the real Mystic River. Right here. It's really not moving that quickly. It's a very slow-paced river. It's kind of more stagnant than anything else. There's a couple ducks over there. You zoom in on them. Even the ducks are stagnant. Even the ducks are slow-paced. In a world full of Kardashians, be a Gallagher. I just realized I am wearing my Beefy King Orlando shirt, which has really good roast beef, so I have decided to get some roast beef here in Massachusetts at a place called Kelly's, which has a few different ones. But I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get some roast beef, wearing an appropriate t-shirt. Right here is the chef holding a big roast beef sandwich established in 1951. Give it a try. All right, ended up getting roast beef sandwich, and I ended up getting some horseradish sauce on it. And I also got the chili, which has like a meaty chili, which is pretty good. The chili was pretty dang good. The roast beef, I will say, definitely does not hold a candle to Beefy King. It just didn't have, it was not as good. Definitely better than, you know, typical fast food roast beef. But when it comes to Beefy King in Orlando in the Milk District versus Kelly's, I'm definitely going to side with Beefy King. But we'll get it again. It just wasn't quite what I expected. It was decent, but definitely not the best roast beef I've ever had. But it is, I guess it is a staple in the Boston area. And I was pretty hungry, so yeah, pretty good. They also have seafood and sandwiches also. But yeah, Kelly's here. They have a drive-through. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Kind of just a random day. It was kind of nice to stay local to where my hotel was and end it with a nice, delicious meal. Also had onion rings. The onion rings were pretty good. They were crispy. They were tasty. The onion rings were good. But I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. Thanks for watching. It's over.